In my previous video, I showed you guys how we can solve for both x and y in this system of equations, and then we did that by multiplying everything by 3 on the first equation, and then we produced the negative 3y, and then we combine with the second equation, and we saw that negative 3y plus 3y, they cancel each other out, and then we just work with x, and then we solve for the x value first. In this video, I wanted to show you how we can get rid of the x first, so that we can just work with the y value, so that we can answer the question right away. And by the way, that's called the elimination method. It's a very common way to solve for a system of equations. And with that being said, let's get to work. So we are focusing on the 2x and the 5x, and then the first thing that we have to do is we have to think about how can we make these two numbers the same. The number in front of the x have to be the same, but then opposite sign, so that when you combine them, they'll cancel each other out. And to do that, we have to figure out what's the LCM, the lowest common multiple of 2 and 5. Namely, we have to ask ourselves, what number should I put down right here so that 2 goes into that number and 5 goes into that number? And the answer for that is 10, because 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 5 goes into 10 2 times. It's very similar to when we are trying to add fraction. Let me just ask you this question on the side. What's 1/2 plus 1 over 5? What's the first thing that we have to do? We have to make sure that to get the LCD first, the lowest common denominator, and then that's equal to 10, because 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 5 goes into 10 2 times. And then we convert both fractions into something over 10 plus something over 10, and then we have to just figure out, okay, I have to multiply by 5 right here, top and bottom, so that we have the 5 right here, and then I have to multiply by the 2 right here, top and bottom, so we have the 2. And then we can add the top together, just adding fraction. And 1/2 plus 1 over 5 is 7 over 10, so just for that. And we are not doing that though, but it's very similar idea. Let me erase this. Right, let's get back to the system equation. Same strategy. Because 2 goes into 10 5 times, we are going to multiply the top equation by 5. And let's see what we are going to get. And let me just draw you guys the arrows to indicate that we have to multiply the 5 into everything. So 5 times 2x is 10x, and then 5 times negative y is negative 5y, and then that's the equal sign. 5 times 6 is 30. Right, so that will be the first change of the first equation. And then for the second equation, 5 goes into 10 2 times. So we are going to multiply everything by 2 to the second equation. But then this 5 is positive. If I just multiply by the positive 2, I will still end up with positive 10x. If I combine 10x with positive 10x, nothing can be cancelled out. Therefore, I would like to multiply by a negative 2 instead. The strategy is, if you want to get rid of the x, you have to make sure that both of the numbers in front of the x, both numbers in front of the x have to be the same, but then opposite signs. This is positive, the positive 10x. For the second equation, we need a negative 10x. So that's why we multiply by negative 2. And I will just distribute the negative 2 into everything inside right here, and let's see what we get. Negative 2 times 5x, that's negative 10x. Negative 2 times positive 3y, that's negative 6y. That will be equal to negative 2 times 15. That's negative 30. So we produce these two equations. And then the good thing is that you see 10x and negative 10x. The moment we combine these two equations, this will cancel each other out. And what do we have left? Negative 5y minus 6y, that's negative 11y. And then we have the equal, and then we have 30 minus 30, that will be what? 30 minus 30 is 0. And I have to do what? I just need to have, this is negative 11 times y, so therefore we divide both sides by negative 11, and the negative 11 will cancel each other out. I will get the y by itself. Y is equal to 0 divided by any number, okay, any non-zero number I should say. 0 divided by negative 11, that will be 0. Y is equal to 0, And you see that we get the answer right away because the question is only asking for us for the y value. Therefore, the answer is choice C. So this is another way to do system equation by getting rid of the variable that you want. So this is it.